Welcome back. So, we have 2 more short tracks left to do. We got one here at the wetlands, and we got another at the White Desert. And the White Desert one I might actually do in freeride just to see, hey, can I find the rest of White Desert? Or is it just like another map with the same name as the national race? I remember playing this game with other people and then finding it extremely counterintuitive actually how reverse works in this game. I mean, it's easy to do once you understand how it works, but it's not, you won't necessarily guess, I don't think, that you reverse that way. As just a casual person picking up the game for the first time. At least, that's how the people I watch play were. Oh man, they have you drive a lot through the water actually, it's amusing. Driving through water naturally performs pretty horribly, but it would be kind of amusing to have a map that has just a lot in the way of water. Oh, bye guy. I don't really know what made that guy fly off his bike, but the guy ahead of you just stopped. I guess ideally you want to stay on the right here though, so you can actually just not go through the water. Oh, I only have 3 laps on here. Whatever. Didn't realize that. I didn't realize the lap number was still defaulting to 3. Well, that's one of the 2 short tracks for us to see. And then for pro, we have Woya. This one I will do free ride, because I just want to see. I just want to see if we can discover the rest of the world here. On top, of course, of doing the actual race, just getting a feel for the course. I feel like what the game's telling you here in the hint screen is really just a very obscure way of saying that turns matter. If you take turns really badly because you have like 25% cornering stat while everything else is 100%, it's actually going to kill you pretty hard. Annoyingly, though, I can't see the map in freeride either. Not that it really matters, I guess, but it gives me a little bit of intuition on where I should be going. Just a little. I mean, this is a very short one, which I mean is the norm, but still. So it makes me wondering then, if I just leave, if I just decide this isn't where I want to be. Huh. So this map, for what I can tell, is basically... Is it like 2 totally disjoint courses that are just in the same map, in one small map? Let me reset real quick. So that brings me back here. So I don't think this connects. I'm trying to see if I can find any spot here where this track actually connects to the bigger one for the national race. I think it doesn't. I really wish I could just easily get a flyby view of some of these places. Incidentally, there was a mechanic, if you want to call it that, a mechanic, in the first, or in the game before this one, in Offroad Fury 2, that would allow you to get a pretty, like, high-up view of different maps. No. I don't think there's any real connection between this here and just the entire other track here. So this map is just 2 tracks. Yeah, so there was a particular mechanic in Offroad Fury 2 that would allow you to actually cover a lot of ground very quickly and get pretty high up in the air. Euphemistically speaking. Yeah, look at this. I can't remember if Offroad Fury 2 was made by the same studio or not. But I think the very first, at least the first, at some point the Offroad Fury series changed developers, if I remember correctly. God. taking this awfully. But yeah, this is the national race here now. See, now I have continuity between these two places. The game calls these the same place. I wasn't sure if they were actually the same place in reality. Yeah, it turns out they are. They're just two tracks next to each other in one otherwise kind of featureless map. That's a cool thing to be aware of now. I like that. I like getting to know environments. I don't know if I've seen many games that just let you indulge in that. Is Hernshot House the same? Yeah, lots of these places are like that, actually. There's Gecko Dunes, too. I don't know if I'll explore all of these like that. I was mostly just curious about... Hernshot I might look at, too, actually. Colonel's Peak, I don't know if this is... I might... Well, these are both icy. I might explore these a little bit. Allow me to indulge myself on a little bit exploring of these maps. I mean, granted, this is exactly what I said I was going to be doing at this point. It's just, I didn't think that these courses would be included. I just didn't realize that you had these maps that were not full-on freestyle maps, but did have multiple races in them regardless. Multiple separate tracks in them. So I just like to explore them just a tad. I guess just a couple of ones that I thought, a couple of highlights that I thought were particularly appealing. So yeah, this is that one race I initially demolished everyone on. I'm not sure if everything registered in my mind this was the same map as, even by name, as that other course. But yeah, so now I drive through here and I see, oh yeah, this was that map. And for some reason I have a bit of a hard time just like feeling like I'm luring my way around a place. I think part of it is that I don't have a map visible or anything. I don't even have a way to orient myself very well. I have a bit of a hard time actually like luring my way around. I think I'm going backwards, but who cares. Lure my way around a place in free ride in this game. Yeah, all the signs are backwards. But one interesting thing, too, if you don't mind me turning back around again. One thing that I remember... Let's see what these signs say, because some of these, you don't have the chance to actually look at these when you're going around normally. Steep grades, sharp curves. 25 miles per hour for the next several miles. It's not like this is an actual road, but okay. I remember bits of this here. Like, there was one part where it really looked like... Was it right here? I thought it was close to here, but somewhere else. Where the road actually did fork, but there was only one proper way to go. But where does it take you if you take the fork that you're not supposed to take? I don't remember where that was. Yeah, I should just like zoom out and whatnot and get an idea. This is one of the things I love about like extracting stuff from games, because if you extract the model of a stage, for instance, I see how these connect to each other. You can actually like get a good bird's eye view and whatnot and start to realize, oh hey, these are actually... Well, this is just what this place looks like from up above and whatnot. I really do love the elevated snowy part here. But okay, I will leave that be. Yeah, so it's the same setup where you just have two courses that are in the same map, incidentally. I guess that is all the courses I wanted to look at, right? Yeah, I think it was. Okay, so... now we can create our own races. Is there anywhere we want to do this in particular? I would like Columba if they didn't already have stuff here. But... Glacier Resort or East Point probably would be my favorite. Yeah, so you can make up to 3 in each one. You can edit these things. I don't remember being able to have AI racers with you here. I could be wrong. We will find out, because I'll design a little something here. Just spend a couple minutes putting together a little waypoint race. And there's not much in the editor or anything. I believe you really do just put down gates. Move cursor, rotate camera. That is it. Oh, but they actually let you... Okay, that is cool. They actually do let you switch between testing it out and putting stuff down. Actually, this is probably really good... You can't zoom out or anything. This is probably the best way to actually explore a place and actually get to see lots of stuff at once. Yeah, you can only put stuff on the ground too, so you can't like put a gate in some ridiculous place up in the air. Yeah, there's some places like this, like you just can't put something up here, which is pretty unfortunate. You can't go faster either. Yeah, I wish this editor had a bit more detail to it, to where you could actually, like, zoom in and out, move faster and whatnot. And the game is pretty, pretty limiting about letting you put things inside of other things, unfortunately. So now if I go into drive mode, does it just put me where my cursor is? No, it actually puts me here now. Okay, so I could... you just can't put them on the road. That is so annoying. I wish I could. But that's just not allowed. That's really silly. Well. I didn't remember feeling disappointed like this back in the day. And I just kind of felt like, hey, maybe it would be kind of fun to make something that just follows the road or whatever. But... I don't know where I want to go from here. Let's actually, we could kind of go through here and demand a, yeah, like the terrain you can actually do this on is extremely limited. I can't even zoom in, which is actually annoying in its own right as well. You know, I'd especially like to zoom out. I also like, for instance, demand going on top of here. You come out of here. The game is very limiting about where you can put it, but something like this. I don't think they really need to still have the rain effect on the screen while we're in the editor, but... where do you want to go from here? Kinda feel like... saying, hey, let's go over here and kind of take the exit through here. Now I can just go through here and the world opens up a little bit. Like, there's just so many roads going so many places in these freestyle courses all the time. You can just connect whatever you want, however you feel like it. And you can add as much or as little room for variation as you feel like, generally. Because you can add tons of I don't know how many gates you're allowed to have. Oh, is this actually the... I'm not allowed to go out here. And I'm just kind of freestyling this, really, but... I think I'm going vaguely in the direction of where it came from. That's the thing, I don't know my way around this place. But yeah, you can add a whole bunch of gates really close together to force just taking a specific route. Or you can not do that if you feel like it. You also cannot force people to go along the train tracks, which is also disappointing to me. Honestly, if I could, that would be one thing I think would be fun to do. Just make a race that has to go around the train tracks. That'd be... I like the idea of doing silly gimmicks like that. I don't know why the arrow is saying what it's saying right now. The idea was just following the asphalt here. Yeah. Your ability to force people to take specific routes, as fun as that would be, is a little limited, unfortunately. I mean, is your ability to force players to interact with particular set pieces is limited because you generally can't put your gates on them in any useful fashion. This is the sort of thing I want to even mind having like online user-generated content for, where just people just put together, hey, here's my waypoint race for this course. Which, I mean, of course, would be not something you'd expect to see back when this game was released. Not being like a generation later, but still. I just see a lot of potential in this. Given my biases towards enduro and so on, and maybe even unreasonable level of appreciation for these particular few maps in the game. Because I really wanted minded the game being entirely maps like this, exclusively. I would have very happily just done a lot of races that were just this. You could probably also reverse engineer the format for these things. Curious if you can make more interesting maps. Though I wouldn't be surprised if the waypoint data for this... I mean, strictly speaking, the waypoint data doesn't actually include anything about like whether or not you're allowed to put a waypoint somewhere. So you probably could, if you were just directly modifying the waypoint save files, you probably could put them in all sorts of more interesting places. Maybe even move them up and down, I'm not sure. And that would have some fun potential. I just love, you know, players taking control of these sorts of things and expressing all the strange ideas they come up with that the developers never would have intended or anticipated. Yeah, so you can't actually race here with other people, unfortunately. So aside from the AI not being present, unfortunately, I think you can do this multiplayer. I think I've never tried because I've never played this game multiplayer, really. But you can, at least alone, I don't know, go for a best time on this or something. It is a little underwhelming because of the inability to race with others and so on. At least there I kind of managed to force you pretty effectively to go through that area, I think. But otherwise, the ability to interact with set pieces is pretty limited. I kind of want to take a quick crack at trying to make you follow the train tracks. I do feel like this is probably the best way to actually get a feel for an area, although it's less exciting than than just trying around yourself, actually. A whoops section. Is that what those little bumps are called? So we're still seeing new hints or something. Are these stored as text in the game data? Could I actually like find these in the XML files or something? It'd be fun to read them all. You know, I've probably seen all of them many, many times already. Oops, I didn't mean to actually edit this existing one. Oh well. All I wanted to do was see, and that's just presumably no. Like if, for instance, yeah, the game just does not believe in interacting with any interesting terrain whatsoever, basically. There's no way I could actually make a race across the train tracks, which is disappointing to me because I would actually like to do exactly that. That'd be a fun little, like, short race sort of idea. But no, it just doesn't let you put this thing anywhere on there, even when there's plenty of clearance. Oh well. Oh well. Such is life. Okay, so next time I think what we'll do is we'll just start exploring some stuff freely in free ride, and that'll be our farewell to these places. Maybe, I mean, we've already seen everything there is to see for the pro freestyle places. Don't know if we'll take a look at like these pro short track and national spots or not. We might not, because I think I've already figured out the pattern where you just have two disjoint racetracks in an otherwise fairly featureless area. But otherwise, these couple places here, amateur freestyle courses, would like to explore them a little bit and just try to get a feel for them. Anyways, see if I can actually learn my way around them. Bye everyone. We'll start with that next time, and we'll probably just continue one more recording session of that, and then this game will be done. Bye everyone.